G'day and welcome to another video with Better Pics. Hope this finds everyone well. Today's video is around Premiere Pro, the video editing software by Adobe, and it's a little tool called Warp Stabilizer. It's a fantastic tool to be able to, as the name suggests, stabilize your footage if there's a little bit of shaking or movement in there. Now, I'm a really big fan of cruising around with a camera, hand holding and filming footage. Now, while the stabilizers in lenses and camera bodies, the inbuilt stabilizers nowadays are fantastic, they do a really good job, you still get some movement within the footage. So let's have a look at the process of stabilizing that footage so you can get a little bit smoother and make the footage a little bit more usable and less shaky. All right, we have a clip here that I filmed. It was part of a stock shoot that I was filming, and it was down at Duranbar Beach, which is southern part of the Gold Coast, northern part of northern New South Wales. And let's just have a little look at that piece of footage. Now you can see, by any stretch, it's not too shaky. There's certainly, it's not an unusable clip at all, even if it's just left as it is. You can see it does have that kind of nice handheld look where it's not too shaky, but it's, there's definitely movement in there. What I'm just going to do is trim each end of the clip, because that's when I tend to have the most shake. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our effects and we're going to go to Warp Stabilizer. Now, if you want to find Warp Stabilizer, it's under Video Effects and then under Distort, and you can see Warp Stabilizer down here. The other option is you've got a little search bar up here as well. So if we just type in Warp Stabilizer, there it is. And all we need to do is literally drag and drop onto our clip, and it automatically goes to work. You can see initially it analyzes the video clip and looks at every frame. As you can see, frame 73, 75 of 456. So it's just under 20 seconds long, this clip. And it gives you a rough estimate of how long it's going to take, or how much longer it's going to take, and goes through that analysis process of the entire clip just to identify exactly how much stabilization it needs to have applied. Now, generally speaking, I don't make any further adjustments because I find that the default settings work pretty well, but you can obviously make some adjustments here. And I think if you're working with a particularly difficult clip, or if you're not happy with what you achieve first go, then you can certainly start to play around with some of those adjustments. The first one would be definitely the smoothness, currently default at 50%. And it means that, you can start to play around with those settings, as I mentioned, and see what effect it has. Now you can see it just came up with a little brown status bar there called stabilizing. And you can see at the end there, it also just slightly zoomed into the clip. So this just allows the clip to be zoomed in and moved around within the frame so that stabilization process can take place. Let's have a look at the result. And you can see there's still a little bit of movement there, but it is way, way smoother. It's a lot closer to what a fixed camera position would look like. You can see there's still definitely movement there, but a lot better in terms of smoothness and that camera shake. So certainly you can see it's a slider bar here over on the smoothness that I mentioned earlier. And if, say, for example, we let's go up to 60%, it's going to re-stabilize, go through that process again. And you can see it just zoomed in a little bit more. So that's obviously allowing it to apply a smoother setting. And you can see that it is definitely a little bit smoother there as well. Once again, we started off with a pretty good clip to begin with, but it's definitely nice and smooth. Particularly handy to be filming in higher resolution for this sort of stuff as well, because it just gives you that little bit more flexibility when it comes to that process of increasing the magnification of the clip. You can see how it kind of expands the clip out a little bit to give that buffer around the outside to be able to stabilize, and that just allows that smoothness to take place. But as you can see, it's been filmed during the day, the clip's really clear, and you've got a lot to work with. So as I said, the amount of zooming in is really going to be affected by the quality of the clip and the adjustments that you've applied to it. All right, if we turn off warp stabilizer on and off, you can see that zooming in and out effect when there's no adjustment applied, and there is, and it just shows you how it zooms in to be able to apply that smoothness by moving the clip around within the frame. It's a fantastic tool, definitely comes in handy. Like I said, I'm a real fan of handheld footage, love being able to walk around freely, and this is a tool that can certainly help you to still achieve smooth clips when filming handheld. Hope this video has been helpful. Thanks as always for stopping by. Any questions are welcome in the comments below, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.